Congresswoman Lauren Boebert has officially filed for divorce from her husband of nearly 2 decades. She wrote in a statement to the press, "It is with a heavy weight on my heart that I have filed for divorce from my husband. I am grateful for our years of marriage together and for our beautiful children, all of whom deserve privacy and love as we work through this process." I love how they use their children to ask for privacy, as if people are looking to dig up dirt about the kids. Like, they want privacy.
Yeah,
so
that's
just
fine.
say you want privacy.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to throw your children needlessly into the fray.
Your kids don't need to be a shield.
Yeah, well, it makes them feel much more like morally or emotionally protected when they throw the kids out there.
Yeah, and look, I don't know about Republicans, but Democrats, and including Democrats we don't like, they never go after kids. They have other problems, but that is not among them.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen a Democratic official or pundit go after somebody's kids gratuitously for no reason. And in the middle of a divorce, what are they gonna do? Blame the kids?
Right.
That makes no sense at all. I don't know if she's telling it to her fellow Republicans who are obsessed with bringing kids into the equation. But either way, nobody cares about that. Stop using your kids as a shield in a super callous and disgusting way. It reminds me of what Steven Crowder did. Like, oh, it's not me, it's all my kids. Who's coming after your kids? Stop making crap up.
Exactly.
Now, with that said, I do blame the kids though.
Well, I mean,
see, but look at how funny that is. Who the hell would do that? Right?
Disagreements about child rearing do usually lead
But
to
it's not the
marital-
kids' fault.
I know, it's not the kids' fault in this case. And by the way, their kids are pretty grown. Like, they've been together for nearly 20 years. One of her children, or one of their children, I should say, is 18 and is expecting his first kid. Anyway, let's put the kids aside for a second and move on. She also says, "I've always been faithful in my marriage, and I believe strongly in marriage, which makes this announcement that much more difficult." So let's talk a little bit about Jason Boebert and his reaction to the divorce filing, because he seems to have been caught off guard by it. He did not expect it, and his reaction to it was, well, let's just get to the details. So the divorce petition claiming the Boeberts' marriage is irretrievably broken was filed on April 23rd in Mesa County Court, according to documents reviewed Tuesday by the Colorado Sun. Additional documents, including a request by Boebert that she be granted child support, given parental decision-making power for their children. That she also wanted that, were filed on May 11th. Now, an affidavit of service was also obtained by the Daily Beast, and it indicated that Jason Boebert appeared to be caught off guard by the court proceedings. He chased away a process server with an expletive-laden tirade and let his dogs loose when he was served with the divorce papers, the affidavit said. In fact, the process server was quoted as saying this: "Once he learned that he was being served with dissolution of marriage papers, he was extremely angry," the process server wrote. "I tried to hand him the documents but did not take them," meaning he did not take them. "He started yelling and using profanities and told me that I was trespassing and that he was calling the sheriff's office. I told him I was leaving the documents on the chair outside the door. He closed the door, then let the dogs out." By the way, the document also noted that Jason was cleaning a gun and drinking a tall glass of beer when he was served. Classy guy.
Stereotype.
Yeah, but I will tell you, at least we've now found out who let the dogs out. You knew I had to say it.
No, you didn't though.
I did though.
He didn't need to say it.
Okay, so now, look, guys, I don't agree with Lauren Boebert. She says, I strongly agree with marriage. First of all, I don't even know what that means. How do you agree with marriage? Look, I think people get married, people get divorced. I don't think it's a big deal. And I know that everybody says, no, it's like the worst thing in the world. Well, it depends. Sometimes it is, because it gets really ugly and the kids get caught in between, right? And sometimes it's fine. But I'm not here to judge anyone's divorce or marriage. Who cares, right? But these guys always say stupid things like, "Oh, I'm a big believer in marriage." Now here's your goddamn papers. Get the hell out of here, right? And then Marjorie Taylor Greene ran away with a tantric sex guru and then judges everyone else's life, okay?
Right, calls innocent teachers groomers.
Exactly.
It's interesting you bring her up though, because these two women don't like each other. They could have solidarity with one another and be on the same side, like in the way that the Squad, it kind of does at least. But that's not in their nature because they're female misogynists. And They all have these incredibly stringent, to your point, Cenk, right-wing beliefs about what marriage should entail. And curiously, when the women in the relationship get a little bit of fame and a little bit of power, the marriage falls apart. I'm just pointing that out.
A little taste of freedom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing I want to just quickly mention is the one statement that we have from Jason Boebert, as reported by the Daily Mail. But the Daily Mail is a tabloid. It's exactly the kind of story that they jump into. So here's what he told the Daily Mail, quote, "This makes me kind of sad, actually. I'm torn by this very sad thing, a horrible moment in my life. I love her too much to say anything bad about her. She is the mother of my children and my partner for the last 20 years. Please just let me have some peace."
That is actually, see, that's a statement that's so much more authentic than the one that Lauren Boebert wrote.
Yeah, I agree.
And it makes you kind of feel for them. But we have no idea what happened. We don't know if anybody cheated on anybody. We don't know what their differences were. It's obvious that Jason Boebert is very unhappy about the divorce, but we don't know if he caused it. So, and I don't want to know. I don't care about their personal lives.
Right.
Like, all of this would be perfectly fine and not even noteworthy if Lauren Boebert were to say, hey, listen, I believe in family values and I believe in marriage, but sometimes it doesn't work out and I'm not here to judge anyone else. Then I'd say, oh my God, just leave her alone, let them deal with their issues, right? But no, they judge everyone else nonstop, right? Same thing with Crowder. He's like, oh, I can't believe we live in a no-fault divorce state, right? And then she could just leave if she wants. Well, what'd you want to do? Kidnap her and put her in the basement?
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And so they have these insane, archaic views of marriage, in my opinion, right? And then they do the opposite, but they still want credit for but I want credit for being the greatest defender of marriage and family values of all time, even though, of course, I'm not going to abide by those principles. Then F off already and stop judging the rest of us.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the only thing that's noteworthy here is the whole rules for thee, but not for me mentality. Life is complicated. People grow, they change, they grow apart. It is what it is. So just stop being judgmental about other people.
Yeah.
And who they love, whether or not that relationship works out, it's really no one's business. But if you're gonna go around judging the lives of others, when you fall, when your marriage falls apart, you become a target-rich environment. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to know what's going to happen to Shooter's Bar and Grill. That's the thing that I'm most worried about. I am worried that the people of Colorado won't be able to go to their restaurant and get food poisoning anymore. I mean, that is what they have provided for the world, and horrific right-wing politics. So c'est la vie, but maybe the legal battle over shooters. We shall see.
Yeah, I'm gonna add one last thing, generally about marriage and divorce. Look, do these guys live on the same planet as us? Because I have tons of friends who got divorced, okay? And both the husband and the wife are lovely people. They just got divorced for 100 different reasons, right? They couldn't get along, this happened, that happened, the other thing happened. Doesn't mean they're evil. It doesn't mean that the divorce is terrible and evil and immoral and they shouldn't do it. Can we just get past that already, for Christ's sake? That's just my general note. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.